Number 5. Have you ever heard the term perfect video game? I can't remember where I heard it, but this term is often given to game concepts which are executed so perfectly that the game cannot be improved. Games that are so simple anyone can pick up and understand what to do. These games can only be cloned or re-released with better graphics or extra experimental gimmicks. Which games would you consider calling a perfect video game? Games that come to my mind include Tetris, Crazy Taxi, Wii Sports. How about Rocket League? I remember it being the name of just another free game I downloaded from PlayStation Plus. It was for about a year that I completely ignored the game until I saw it being played by a friend on their gaming PC. The gameplay looked like the realisation of a fantasy game I had always dreamed of, thanks to the idea of car football being explored in Top Gear, one of my favourite TV shows growing up. What is this game called? I need to buy it. Rocket League? Wait, I already own this game. Rocket League is very simple to understand and pick up and play for beginners. Get the ball in the goal. Not our goal, their goal. In the goal! It uses standard controls that any fan of racing games will instantly be familiar with, and the ball physics are incredibly consistent. Sounds simple, doesn't it? The feeling of getting a goal in feels so good. I love how the game has evolved over time to let you customize your victory, from your goal explosion to the music that plays via the anthems. I remember feeling like I was amazing at the game back then. I think that we all feel that at some point. The buzz and rush of scoring is a dopamine hit like no other, regardless of rank. I feel like the game has mostly amazing matchmaking that ensures players of all skill levels will be fairly matched when jumping online. Casual play does what it says on the tin, and you can choose a number of game modes. Chaos is just that. I hate this game mode. I can't make heads or tails of what is going on usually. There's too much for me to keep my two eyes on and I get sensory overload. Maybe spiders would be good at this mode. 3v3 feels like a gamble, but ultimately a satisfying mode to jump into, especially if you are part of a party of 3 that you can trust. It's fairly low stakes and more laid back. Having the magic number allows for more breathing space within the rotation of the team. I only feel like it's a gamble because with randoms, I usually find myself sitting back while I watch the other 2 teammates chase without rotating. 2v2 is my perfect game mode. 2 opponents to watch, 1 teammate, usually my friend Jay. If not, a random who I can quickly get acquainted with. The pace of my 2v2 games feels very high paced and fun. I love how 2 different players can complement each other so long as they have mutual respect. 1v1 is a very difficult game mode. I don't play it often, but when I do I enjoy the challenge. If I make a mistake in 1v1 I have nobody but myself to blame, and I really do learn a lot from this game mode. I'm always left thinking after a 1v1 fluff, how could I have avoided that? Now I'm not going to claim to be a pro at Rocket League. My highest rank is Plat 3 in doubles, and that is mainly thanks to my fantastic teammate Jay, who is a champ. I do feel kinda nervous talking about this game, and rarely stream the game because I know I'm mid. However, I have noticed and come to greatly admire the mechanical depth and complexity of the game. When I stopped having tunnel vision for the ball and started to pay attention and respect my teammates and opponents, I started to realise that the game isn't as simple as I had initially thought. I have the highest respect and regard for the players who have mastered every aspect of this fascinating and beautiful game. The skill ceiling for Rocket League is the highest I have ever seen in a game. It's more than just pushing buttons and reacting to simple stimuli. I must become the rocket-powered battle car. And the game's movement options, physics and rules are so intricately designed in combination with its customizable controls that when I play I am incredibly immersed and I have the potential to master them and be 100% in control. I am incredibly inconsistent though. You need to go in with the right energy, give it your all and dynamically react to every micro gameplay moment. The game is as much about watching and trying to bait your opponent as it is trying to match the speed and path of the ball. Then I can make one tiny mistake within a second that will result in a goal for the opposition, and the explanation and lesson can take up to 30 seconds to discuss. The amount of micro decisions an attentive player has to make within a second itself is mind-blowingly large when I think about it. The list of rules, reactions and readjustments I have to make in any given situation is so gargantuan that I simply do not have time to list them all. There are much better people on YouTube who can teach you the fundamentals. I'm just mental. I play so chaotically that I even throw my own teammates off sometimes, to which I do apologise. But if you put the time in and learn, either through mentorship, tutorials or good old monkey see, monkey do, you'll feel yourself improve. I find the most satisfaction in watching the esports and Battle in J 1v1. There are even extra ingenious game modes that specialise in forcing the player to learn skills that they can take back into ranked play to help improve their game. Snow Day excellently encourages strong ground play and positioning, while encouraging the player to learn how to dribble with a heavy puck that is easier to control than a ball. Drop Shot is a personal favourite that really encouraged me to fly and block and defend effectively. The player scores by damaging holes in the ground, subtly improving their ability to aim and think about where the ball is going to land. Hoops gives the player a floatier yet heavier basketball in a smaller arena where the goal is a hoop suspended in the air. I feel this mode improves judging angles and the ability to control the power of a shot. The floatier ball encourages me to slow down and think about my positioning. I feel like this game mode is very close combat and good training for 2v2. The fact the goal is suspended on a wall also taught me how to defend from the wall better. Rumble used to be a personal favourite and it's brilliant. Imagine if Mario Kart and Rocket League had a baby. Randomly selected power-ups are granted after 10 seconds of having an empty slot. This game mode definitely encourages communication, otherwise these games will just be pure chaos if every player uses their powers willy-nilly and without consideration. It also prepares the players to be ready for literally anything. There is even an in-depth training mode, where you can browse community-made presets to help you improve your high-level play. I don't really do this, mainly because if I did, I know I'd be bloody addicted. I only have time to master one series featuring a crazy chaotic ball of physics. And you can play this game too. Rocket League was one of the pioneers of cross-platform play. No matter if you own a PC, a Switch, a PlayStation or Xbox, Rocket League is available for all to enjoy, no matter where you play. I have a ton of respect for Psyonix. The game is completely free as well, that's a bonus. Well, it wasn't free for me at the time. I went on to buy the full game on every single platform I owned. I feel the game is that good that it deserves it. The base game offers enough free rewards and cosmetics that any player can express themselves. And it's thankfully miles away from when the game had completely been taken over by loot boxes, which I regrettably spent a lot of money on back in their heyday. Never again. I have enough crazy cool stuff now that I don't need anymore. I've been rocking the wolf banner since I received it. But hey, this game is worth every penny. I have no regrets supporting this amazing game. And you never know when a Painted Lightning or Walking on the Moon anthem might get added to the store. So pick up a controller, be the ball. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but don't give up. Try to improve and I guarantee that every single game you play will be exciting, dynamic and different. There really is no game quite like Rocket League, which is why it's my 5th favourite game of all time.